It's your chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be...
All right, welcome to the Deep Dive, everybody. Today we're going to be doing kind of a fascinating deep dive, I think. We're going to be looking at Veronica and Vanessa Merrell.
The Merrell Twins.
The Merrell Twins, exactly right. So, everyone knows them as the Merrell Twins.
Right.
But we've got some excerpts here from a podcast that they did. It was called Deep Dive 5W's. And they really kind of laid out their whole story.
Yeah.
So, I think our goal in this deep dive is really to understand kind of like, what are the key elements that fueled their rise, I guess you could say, as digital content creators?
Yeah.
And how their creativity has evolved over the years, because I think that's really interesting. And also what keeps them motivated. So I think, it's not just going to be about what they've done. It's going to be about kind of like the underlying strategies or, the thinking that kind of propelled them to build such a significant presence online.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what's really going to be valuable for you, the listener.
Yeah.
So let's start, I guess, with the who. So who are the Merrell Twins?
Okay, so Veronica and Vanessa are identical twins. They were born on August 6th, 1996 in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
But what I think is interesting to consider right from the start is their background.
Okay.
So their father, Paul Merrell, is a musician and video producer. So right away you have to think, how did that kind of environment where creativity was likely a part of everyday life shape their early interests and ambitions?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I mean, you almost wonder if it's like they had a head start in understanding the creative process.
Exactly.
They're seeing it modeled from such a young age. And also, we have to remember that they're not just known for their YouTube channel.
Right.
They've actually branched out into several different areas, haven't they?
Absolutely. So beyond their impressive YouTube subscriber count.
Yeah, over 6 million.
Over 6 million, which is no small feat.
Huge.
They're also actresses, musicians, and even entrepreneurs. So this multifaceted approach, I think, suggests a very deliberate strategy to broaden their horizons and engage with their audience in different ways.
Yeah.
So I think for you, the listener, this might spark some ideas about diversifying your own skills and maybe exploring different avenues within your field.
Okay, so they built this really substantial online presence. Now let's dig into the what. What did they actually do when they first started their journey on YouTube?
Okay, so the timeline here is actually quite telling.
Yeah.
They launched their YouTube channel all the way back in 2009.
Wow.
However, they didn't begin consistently uploading content until late 2013.
Okay.
So this suggests maybe an initial period of experimentation, trying out different things, figuring out what felt authentic to them, and maybe even just building the confidence to put themselves out there on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, I think that's really relatable. I mean, most successful ventures don't just kind of explode overnight.
Right.
There's often that period of behind the scenes, just kind of figuring things out. And, initially, it sounds like it was really driven by pure passion, just a way for them to express their interest.
Yeah, absolutely. Their initial focus was on sharing their love for acting and music.
Okay.
And they approached it as a fun hobby.
Okay.
And this is a recurring theme I think you see with a lot of successful creators. The initial spark often comes from a genuine personal interest, which then can evolve into something much bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably that authenticity, that genuine enthusiasm that probably resonated with those early viewers.
Right.
So if we fast forward to today, I mean, their content is incredibly varied now.
Right.
So what kind of content are they creating now?
So their content has definitely undergone a significant transformation.
Okay.
It's moved away from those, simple sketches and parodies that they started with.
Right.
Now they're producing challenges, vlogs, and they even have their own web series. So I think this evolution reflects both their growing creative ambitions, but also a response to what their audience seems to enjoy.
Yeah, it sounds like they're not afraid to kind of step outside their comfort zone and keep things fresh, which I think is so crucial in the online landscape.
It is.
Because it's always evolving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And their collaborations with platforms like Awesomeness TV are a key part of this.
Okay.
The source mentions that these partnerships allowed them to experiment with different formats,
Right.
which likely pushed their creative boundaries and exposed them to new ways of engaging with a wider audience.
Right.
So for you, the listener, this might highlight the value of seeking out collaborations and new environments to foster your own growth.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that's really interesting is we even have a couple of examples of this diversity. Learning a new skill every hour for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of high concept, engaging content
It is.
that captures attention. And then producing short films, that shows a real step up in their creative output and storytelling.
What's fascinating is that they haven't become complacent.
Right.
They've continually adapted and broadened their content to keep it interesting for both their viewers and themselves.
Yeah.
This constant willingness to evolve, I think, is a key lesson for anyone looking to maintain momentum in such a dynamic field.
Yeah, so with this, an incredible array of content,
Yeah.
what actually drives their creativity? What is the underlying force that kind of keeps them coming up with new ideas?
So the source gives a pretty clear answer to this.
Okay.
Their creativity is fundamentally driven by a desire to entertain and inspire their audience.
Okay.
And that's a really powerful motivator because it shifts the focus beyond just personal expression to actively connecting with and impacting others.
And it seems like that desire to entertain is also linked with just like a personal ambition to constantly kind of grow and explore new creative territories.
Yeah, exactly. They have a love for trying new things and keeping their content fresh and engaging.
Right.
It suggests an intrinsic curiosity and a proactive approach to innovation. They're not just reacting to trends.
Right.
They're actively seeking out new ways to connect and create. What new avenues of exploration are you considering in your own life?
That's a good question to ponder.
Yeah.
So let's think about the when. Were there any specific moments that really stand out as pivotal in their journey?
Yes, the source highlights a couple of significant when moments.
Okay.
So the first is their move to Los Angeles in 2012.
Okay.
And the source describes this as a significant step, leaving their hometown and diving headfirst into the entertainment industry. This signifies a real turning point, a conscious decision to pursue their ambitions with serious intent.
Right.
And it likely opened up a whole new world of opportunities for them.
Yeah, that's a huge decision to make, especially at a young age.
Right.
Moving to a major entertainment hub like Los Angeles, that signals a real commitment. It's beyond just a casual hobby anymore.
Yeah.
So for someone listening who might be contemplating a big career move,
Right.
their experience underscores the importance of taking those decisive steps when the time feels right.
Precisely. And the second pivotal moment mentioned in the source is winning the You Knower of the Year award.
Wow.
At the 8th Shorty Awards in 2016.
Yeah.
And this was a validation of their hard work, and it motivated them to continue pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
So external recognition like this can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It provides both affirmation for past efforts,
Right.
but also encouragement for future endeavors.
Yeah, I think it's that moment where your efforts are being recognized on a larger stage.
Yeah.
And it can be a real catalyst for growth.
Right.
And inspire you to aim even higher.
Exactly. It likely solidified their belief in their chosen path.
Yeah.
And gave them the confidence to tackle even more ambitious projects. Have you experienced moments of external validation that have kind of propelled you forward in your own journey?
It's definitely a powerful feeling when it happens.
Yeah.
So let's consider the where. How has their background and upbringing kind of influenced who they are as creators?
So this is where we really see the impact of their roots.
Okay.
Growing up in Kansas City, they had a really supportive community that encouraged their creative pursuits.
Well, that's nice.
So this early encouragement and sense of local support can be so incredibly formative in nurturing a creative spirit
Yeah.
and giving individuals the confidence to explore their talents.
Yeah, it sounds like that Midwestern upbringing might have also instilled certain core values
Yeah.
that have guided them.
Right. The source actually touches on this.
Okay.
It states that their Midwestern values have kept them grounded,
Okay.
and they strive to maintain authenticity in their content.
Right.
So in the often frenetic world of online attention, staying grounded and genuine can be a real differentiator.
Yeah.
And it helps build that long-term trust with an audience.
So then the move to Los Angeles,
Right.
the aware of their professional lives, that also played a significant role in shaping their content.
Absolutely. Moving to Los Angeles exposed them to diverse cultures and ideas, which enriched their content and allowed them to connect with a global audience.
Wow.
So this broader exposure likely broadened their perspectives
Right.
and the types of stories they felt compelled to tell.
Yeah.
So think about how your own environment has shaped your thinking and your work.
That's really fascinating to see how both their initial environment, where they were raised, and their chosen professional environment have kind of contributed to their journey.
Yeah.
So let's get to the heart of their ongoing work, the why.
Okay.
Why do they continue to create content?
So the source is very clear on this point.
Okay.
Their primary motivation comes from their fans.
Oh, wow.
Their support and feedback inspires them to keep creating and evolving.
Okay.
So this highlights the vital role of audience connection
Yeah.
in sustaining a long and successful career as a content creator.
Right.
And it becomes a very reciprocal relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns into kind of a positive feedback loop.
Exactly.
The more they create and connect with their audience, the more their audience engages.
Right.
And that fuels their motivation to keep going.
Exactly.
But it's not just about the numbers or the engagement metrics.
Right.
The source also reveals that they hope their audience feels joy and inspiration from their videos.
Yeah.
So it speaks to a deeper sense of purpose,
Yeah.
a desire to contribute something positive to their viewers' lives.
Absolutely. They want to make a positive impact on their viewers' lives through laughter and learning.
So they're aiming for more than just entertainment.
Right.
They want to have a meaningful impact.
Precisely. What kind of impact do you hope to make in your own sphere of influence?
That's a powerful question.
Yeah.
So finally, let's look ahead to their future plans.
Okay.
What's next on the horizon for the Merrell Twins?
Well, they're looking to continue their journey in both music and acting, which brings us back to their initial passions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It seems they're aiming to kind of integrate their online success with more traditional entertainment avenues.
Right. So they're not limiting themselves solely to the digital space.
Right.
They're leveraging their platform to explore other creative industries.
Exactly. And they've expressed excitement about collaborating with talented individuals and exploring new creative avenues.
Okay.
This suggests a continued drive for growth and innovation.
Right.
A refusal to become stagnant.
Yeah. And it's really inspiring to see their dedication to encouraging the next generation, particularly young girls in STEM fields.
Yes, Project Upgrade, which is mentioned in the source, highlights their passion for encouraging young girls to pursue their interests in STEM fields.
Okay.
This demonstrates a commendable use of their platform to advocate for important causes
Yeah.
and inspire future innovators.
So it's clear they see their influence as an opportunity to make a real difference beyond just entertaining.
Absolutely. Their future plans reflect a desire to build upon their existing success, but also venture into new and meaningful territories. Right. And it makes you wonder, how might other digital creators leverage their influence in unexpected ways?
Okay, so let's kind of consolidate our insights here.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways from this deep dive into the Merrell Twins' journey for you, our listener?
I think a major takeaway is their remarkable adaptability.
Okay.
They started with very simple, passion-driven content, and they have continuously evolved their format and their focus to stay relevant and engaging.
Whoa.
And their deep connection with their audience is another crucial element of their success.
Yeah.
They actively listen to their fans and respond to them,
Right.
making their fans a core part of their ongoing motivation.
Yeah.
And finally, I think their consistent willingness to explore new creative avenues and push their own boundaries. That's a powerful lesson in long-term success in any dynamic field.
Oh.
Their journey really highlights the power of blending genuine passion with a strategic approach to growth and connection.
Absolutely. They've shown how starting with something you love, combined with that willingness to learn, adapt, and truly connect with an audience, can lead to significant and lasting impact in the digital world and beyond.
Absolutely. And considering their diverse skill set, their evolution from simple online sketches to broader entertainment ventures, and even these inspiring initiatives like Project Upgrade, it prompts a really interesting thought.
Okay.
In what unexpected ways might today's digital creators, with their direct access to audiences and their ability to build communities, leverage their platforms and influence in the coming years? You know, we've seen them move beyond just entertainment, but what other areas might they impact in ways we can't even imagine yet?
It's exciting to think about.
It is.
The possibilities are endless. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of the Merrell Twins.
It's been a blast.
Until next time.
See you then.
If you loved this deep dive, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories of your favorite influencers. Drop a comment below who should we cover next. Stay curious, and see you next time.
Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my